Welcome to your daily focus for February the 9th, 2018. My name is Tilly, and this is Tarot with Tilly, and thank you. Thank you truly for all of the positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. Now, let's see what the energy is going to be for us today as we go forward on our path in a very positive light. Five of Cups. Well, I was hoping with the moon in Sagittarius we'd be feeling up and laughing and alive and a little spontaneous and wanting to go on the adventure, but we're sitting here and we are crying over spilt milk. We are not tapping into the energy of lack of restriction, the adventure, the learning, the education, the things that we can do. We're crying over spilt milk, things that we can't change. The High Priest comes into action in the middle. And the Nine of Cups. Well, we end the day seeing the beauty in our world, the abundance. And maybe it's the abundance that can be, but maybe it's the abundance that already is around you that you are taking for granted. And I would have to say we're taking a lot for granted today with the Five of Cups as the first card. We invite, okay? She sits on that rock. She's so sad about those 3 cups that have fallen over. She doesn't even notice the 2 cups that remain upright. And she invites in, we invite in negative energy when we start to think in negative terms, when we start to beat ourselves up or we feel like we can't accomplish or do something. If you don't believe you can do it, you won't be able to, okay? How can that mother lift that car off her child? Because she, at that moment, knows that she can. The belief in oneself. I see the waves here. It's not going to be an easy thing to stay positive, I think, today. At least getting the motions going. We could wake up kind of grumpy, and we can keep that kind of attitude all day, that kind of energy all day around us, and allow it to pull us down. So let's be very aware of that. We do not want to invite in the chaotic waters that surround us. It almost looks like there's trails of smoke from missiles being shot or bombs being dropped, adding to catastrophe. So this is very much a day when we can bring in that negative into our life, and it full blown if we want, and we don't want. We definitely don't want that. We want joy and happiness. We want peace of mind. We want good health. We want strong spirituality. We want a raise in pay. We want a beautiful career. We want to figure out how to get that invention of ours to work. We want to create. We want to dance. Now the High Priest sits in the middle. The High Priest says that you already have the wisdom to do what is needed in order to go forward. So with the Nine of Cups here, maybe we start to see where we can be grateful in our lives. And maybe the gratitude is the things that we can accomplish rather than the things that we cannot accomplish. To see your strength, to embrace your courage, your knowledge, your understandings, your values, your principles. Yes, your talents, your abilities, the way you love, and expect, demand to be loved back. There's 2 keys there, right in front of him. He offers you the keys. He sits in between 2 pillars. The 11 energy of 2018. I think today is a 22 energy, which is the Fool card in the tarot. So it is coming full circle. It is knowing that we have knowledge now, knowing that we've had experiences, that we've had challenges. And maybe that's the part of our life that we do need to be grateful for, and not sit there and have sadness in our life over past, well, what you would call failures, or there's no such thing as a failure, okay? You were meant. It's part of, we would never have success if we never had failure as the measuring stick. Thomas Edison said he has not failed in creating the light bulb. He just knows 99 ways that it won't work. So, what's holding you back? He is, and I see this red that he's dressed in today. Usually I see that as brown tunic. Today I'm really seeing it as red. Usually I get him as a very grounded individual, but I'm getting this fire. He's stoking the fire underneath our feet. He's saying, come on, get going. You've got the knowledge. You've got this. You know what to do. You know um, what brings in happiness and what brings in love in your life. What puts a smile on your face. What you can do better than anybody else. And no, you don't have to admit it out loud, but definitely share it with the world. Nine of Cups is all about the abundance. This is kind of like the wish card. This is kind of like the magician's energy, but the manifestation of that. So we may not start out so great today, but I think if we really are conscious of bringing in positive energy into our lives today, and concentrating on not what we can't do or what we failed at or where we've dropped the ball or what we didn't accomplish, but rather turn our focus towards what we can accomplish, what we can do going forward, how we can try a different way or a different avenue or a different thing altogether. We're allowed to change our minds. It's our path. We have free will. So, very much about seeing the abundance that perhaps is already inside of you. Not so much of the things that you have in your life, but what you already have, you know? What was the thing that flashed on my screen the other day? I think it was a man with no arms and no legs who had just sold his company for 10 million, and it said underneath them, what's your excuse? Our excuses are usually just the way we are perceiving it. And when we change our perception, when we look at it in a new way, we see the way forward. We get the clarity, we get the understanding. And how do we get clarity and understanding? Through the past experiences. So be grateful for them. Be grateful for your past. Be grateful for your present. And be grateful for your future going forward. Well, the cards do not want to cooperate, but they did. Oh, look at this. We have the Chariot today. Everything I have worked for, including the obstacles I have faced and overcome, is now part of this time of victory. I have learned to see all aspects of my life as essential to my growth. I have fallen, but now I have risen again to live freely and truthfully, fearlessly and skillfully. Let me read that again for you. Everything I have worked for, including the obstacles I have faced and overcome, is now part of this time of victory. I have learned to see all aspects of my life as essential to my growth. I have fallen, but now I have risen again to live freely and truthfully, fearlessly and skillfully. You may want to write that down. Keep stopping the video, write down the words, or better yet, buy the deck so you've got the book and you can just look it up and read it. But can you see that? There was kind of a glare on it. There we are. You know, you were supposed to go through what you went through so that you would have unique talents and abilities that no other could possess because they did not walk your path. Have you ever thought that when you were talking to somebody and they were, oh, boo-hoo about me, and you thought, walk in my shoes for a day. You call that tough? But you didn't say it out loud because maybe you were polite, but it's true for the person that was saying those things too. Understand that you were supposed to go through fires, you were supposed to go through chaos, and the harder it's been, the better it's going to be. The richer in abundance awaits you. So get excited. Don't cry over the spilt milk today, but rather pick up those 2 cups that remain standing and go forward with a gratitude in your heart, with a love, and know that you deserve it. Let's get an animal card. Awakening with the bear. Uncertainty, openness, awakening, negativity, and hibernation. When we fall asleep, we withdraw our awareness from its hypnotic fascination with the physical sensation, thereby enabling us to listen now with our awakened sixth sense. Bear reminds you that you have been hibernating and hiding from your passions and your own true self for far too long. Now is the time to open your mind, heart, and soul and see with all your senses, but most importantly with your sixth sense. Spend some time each morning journaling and listening to your heart. Release the fears and only hear the love of what you want out of that love. The fears only prevent you from crawling out of your cave, and they cause you to be grumpy and negative. Bear says it's time for your time of awakening. Maybe you have always wanted to write a book, or pick up an instrument, or learn how to knit. Maybe you've been afraid to sign up for a class because you have been taught within the web of fear, because you have been caught within the web of fear for so long that you forgot how good it felt to stretch and feel the love that is around you and the love that you create from within. No matter what speaks to your soul, release the fear and allow Bear to stand beside you to assist you with your awakening. Don't allow your limited view to bring about the fear, because you are not on the verge because you are on the verge of something great. So don't allow your limited view to bring about the fear, because you are on the verge of something great. And that's what that card is. This is the something great. Push the fear aside and feel the awakening bubbling up within you. Bear may be telling you that you need a good sound sleep, one that is undisturbed and restful, and once you awaken from that sleep, you will feel refreshed and ready to take on the world. Bears are resourceful before, during, and after their hibernation. Bear wants to teach you, too, to be resourceful with your life. Are you purchasing too much food at the store that is going unused? Or could it be that your closet is filled with clothes that you haven't worn in years? Bear says it's time to simplify. Bear says it's time to figure out what there is in our life to be grateful for, what it means to us. And if it means nothing, if it's just clutter, I mean, truly, before we get to the new moon, clear out the clutter. We're still in the full moon energy. And so it may be just cleaning up the clutter, getting rid of some things, simplifying your life in some way. And that will invite in new, wonderful, revitalizing energy to go forward with. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.